Clark learns the truth in Action Comics issue 991. Still wondering if his father is a liar or a fraud, Superman readies himself to fight Jor-El, but John says his grandfather is telling the truth and they need to leave Earth, since everyone on it will die soon. Clark is surprised John called him his grandfather, but before they can do anything, Lois steps in and says that if there's a small chance it's true, he can't attack his father. Clark says that for months he has been warned someone dangerous was out there, revealing to John and Lois that he is Mr. Oz. John still wants to listen to Jor-El, however, and Jor-El says that he is not responsible for what has happened around the world, but he merely positioned people in situations where they had a choice to act the way they did, and they chose to act evil. Activating his staff, Jor-El says that he wasn't saved from Krypton because of anything he did, but because of what his son is, and this is all about him. Taking Clark to his dimension away from everyone, Jor-El shows him the prison that once held him and is now his home, and will be a safe haven for when Earth dies. Clark says he will be there fighting for Earth when that time comes, but Jor-El says that he will die if he does. Knowing his son won't act to save his family, Jor attacks his son, blasting him into the prison. Jor states Earth is sick and Clark needs to see it for himself to see how hopeless the future is now. Clark says if he really is his father, then why wouldn't he simply just talk with him instead of using the Mr. Oz identity and causing a lot of trouble? Fighting his father, Clark notes that he feels like he is fighting a Kryptonian, giving him an indication that this very well could be his father. Their fight takes them into Mixel Spitzlick's old cell in the tower, revealing to Clark that Jor-El was his jailer, but Jor-El says that he has been trying to save Clark from threats like the Imp. Blasting him with kryptonite heat vision, Jor says that instead of the rock killing him, it evolved him, giving him powers like this one. Again, their fight moves to the Doomsday cell, where Jor says that he took him from the Phantom Zone when Clark sent him there in order to maintain his iron grip on his family's destiny, fearing Doomsday might be again used against Clark one day. Jor took him and imprisoned him outside of their reality, effectively stopping Doomsday's reign. Reiterating that his sole purpose has been to protect Clark, Jor reveals that his purpose has failed, and now he must kill his son. Hitting him again with the kryptonite heat vision, Jor tells his son to let him save him, but Clark asks who will save him from Jor-El using kryptonite against his own son. Jor loses concentration long enough for Clark to snap his staff, saying the energy inside of it was toxic and was probably controlling Jor. Breaking down, Jor says that the kryptonite in his skull caused him great pain, and the staff was the only thing stopping that pain. Jor tells his son that he is dying and he never meant to hurt anyone. Clark tries to help him, but Jor tells him not to come any closer as it will infect him as well. Jor-El now knows what his son means to Earth and the ideals he represents, making Clark hug him as he says someone is coming for him. A blue portal opens up behind him, and Jor-El tells his son to find Lois and John and to fight for them and save them. Pulled through the portal, Jor-El tells his son that he loves him one last time as the portal disappears along with Jor-El. The portal reopens again soon, prompting Clark to demand who is the being behind it. The portal takes Clark, however, to the fortress, where he puts the broken staff in the monument of his father and mother. Returning to Metropolis, Clark tells John that Jor-El was taken by someone, promising he will find him again. Lois asks if that really was his father, but Clark says that he was a sick man who wanted him to see the world at its worst, and had he arrived on Earth the same way Jor-El did, he can't blame him. Opening himself up to all the people in trouble across the world, Superman hears a sense of hopelessness has spread across the globe. John asks what he is going to do now that the people are losing hope, and Clark tells him that he's just going to get back to work. Action Comics issue 991 was probably the perfect ending I could have wanted for the Oz Effect, as it wrapped up everything in the story really nicely. It also hinted at the upcoming Doomsday Clock really well and put Superman in kind of a low point in his life. I love the exploration of Superman's ideals and someone that challenged him in a way that's kind of completely different from what we've seen before, especially that someone being so close to home for Superman as well. I thought they did it really well and didn't really expect the whole battle of ideals sort of thing to come into this as much as it did, but it ended up being sort of the center point for this story. I also really liked the tour of Jor-El's prison we got this issue, and the reasoning for him taking people like Doomsday and Mixel Spitlick and all these people and everything. I like the reasoning behind it, and it was just simple as that he was just trying to protect his son and show his son how his quest for peace is kind of futile on a world like Earth, but that doesn't stop Superman because Superman is Superman and he's going to help people no matter what. It was even better since they didn't actually kill off Jor-El like I kind of suspected they were going to. So there's a chance he might show up again somewhere down the line, and maybe even Doomsday Clock, since as of me recording this review it's about 2 weeks away, so he might appear in one of the 12 issues of that or a story after that. I'm really excited to find out. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.